We're back.
Whether you fucking like it or not.
You can't get rid of us.
No.
We're like herpes.
No. I think it was because Lee had tested positive for having too big of a wiener. And then,
I don't apologize for that.
you know, we were
All right.
can you even
down?
Yeah, I can't even hear Dan. You're gonna
Check one.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Music we're jamming.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back again to Vets with Vendettas. This is episode 3. To my right. 13. Shit. We gotta edit that. I forgot the 1. We're going backwards.
Yeah.
To my right, as always, Charles, the big man, Diggy. And from New York, we got Ben Cornish, a.k.a. Tattoo Daddy.
Yep.
How we guys doing?
Good. I've been here all day.
Why, I know how you doing. Yeah, we just had our, my son's second birthday.
No, he's the
birthday
horse
party.
time. He's the horse time.
He's our love child. Don't you judge me, bitch. All right, guys, we're going to have a great show for you today. We're going to talk about cancel culture and the Antifa and the brown shirts. And first, we're going to start off with Diggy and our news segment. Diggy, whenever you're ready, sir.
Thank you.
Just so you know, it's the news.
No. So, first off the bat, me and Lee were talking about this before I don't know if you even heard about this, Cornish. Hold on, I got a call. Sucking some wiener before the show.
Occupational hazard.
First thing funny in the news, I thought it was funny and reckless, but this Japanese man has been arrested after he got into 35 relationships at the same time. He wasn't marrying these chicks, just in a relationship. And the only reason he was doing it was because he told all 35 of them a different birthday so that he got gifts year round.
Does it mention what kind of gifts you got?
No, it doesn't. Say, so here on timesnownews.com, and I heard locally, I listen to 105.7 The X. It was on there. And so I was just like, dude, I got to look into this.
Dude, they had more props to him, man. He beat the system.
Exactly, right? Like, I had the same reaction. Lee had the same reaction. I was like, this dude's a fucking genius.
I mean, shit, you know, I me personally, I'm not, you know, I don't agree with the whole, like, cheating thing, but,
yeah.
I mean, you know, the guy fucking beat the
Well,
system.
was he really cheating? Because he wasn't, like...
Yeah, they were just dating. So
I
think
really
he's in the clear. I think...
Ladies, you decide.
I think we can give him a thumbs up.
No hate mail.
But, you know, basically it says that, I don't know how long this guy was doing this, but the equivalent of the money he made was about $70,000 US.
Oh, my God.
In gifts.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I like to meet this man and shake his hand.
Right, but I'm like,
Dude.
he was detained after they said he conned these women, and I'm like,
Well, wait a minute. How's it a con if he just... if they
did
gave
he,
it to
like-
him? It's not like he... Well...
Did he, like, steal their freaking,
I don't even...
you know, taxes or something?
no,
How's
they
that illegal?
willingly gave him these gifts. And if we're dating, I don't see how this is illegal at all.
Yeah, no, they overstepped on that one.
Yeah.
Well, it is to what? China?
Well, they are Japanese, too.
Japan.
Oh, well, true.
They used to
Right.
commit suicide by stabbing themselves in the stomach.
I just thought on my time.
I failed you. But here's my thing. When I first heard this, I've never been a cheater, but even I can't.
Or has he?
I've never been a cheater, but like my thing is, how the fuck do you keep track of 35 different women?
35?
Like I said, he's got to like either he's got what do you call it, photographic memory, or he just took notes
Or something.
Dude,
Like
he had to have taken notes. How are you going to give him 35 different
You know what he did?
birthdays?
You know those stickers with it says, "Hello, I am so and so."
it's got pictures with the chick.
So he's like looking through his list.
He had to have had a dossier. He had to have. I mean,
He still sounds scratchy.
35
Yeah.
women?
Yeah,
the guy's my hero. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'll send the wrong text and be like, "You look sexy in those shorts" to Lee. Or like, oh,
Hey,
Sorry.
So just a timeout real quick. Ben, can you, for your, it's got to be either your mic volume or the Zoom volume because you still sound like scratchy at the end.
Check.
Just check it real quick.
I
Did something happen to your microphone? Because it's just
No.
sound like
Check.
at the end.
Yeah, I don't know.
check.
It's weird.
Still.
I don't know how it's going to come out.
Yeah.
Now.
That's too low.
It's low. Yeah.
But I think it's your volume.
Keep going up.
Check.
Keep going.
Check. Check.
Keep going.
Check.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that'll
That's
work.
good. Yeah. Okay.
think
As
we
long as
should
it
go.
comes over on the Audacity.
Yeah.
Because we can always fix that, right?
Yeah. We
Okay.
can,
All right.
we can
Moving
kinda
on.
play
I'm
with it.
sorry, guys.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, how do you keep on 35?
I don't know, man.
You send the wrong text
I'm impressed
Yeah.
and disgusted.
I mean, dude, he had to have gotten checked on a regular basis, dude. I mean,
You talking about like medically checked?
yeah.
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 This guy was getting presents and
Wait,
booty.
Ben, turn your volume up a little bit.
The mic.
Yeah. We're getting back into things.
Check,
Yeah,
check,
we haven't
check,
done it in a
check.
few months.
Keep going. Keep going.
Check two. Check two.
That's perfect.
Keep-
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
That's at least for me anyway. I
Yeah.
can because of your volume on my.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll move closer a little bit.
Yeah. Actually,
maybe
that sounds
that's what
pretty good. It's not scratchy
Well,
anymore.
all right.
Please.
We figured it out.
So first,
Back to
he
life.
had to have had a dossier.
Yeah.
Second, he had to have gotten checked on a regular basis. I mean, me personally, I can't trust a single woman, let alone 35.
He must have had a doctor like behind him the whole time. Hey, I need a real quick.
Yeah, but
I'm here for my weekly checkup.
right, hourly.
but I mean, when your penis is that small, you don't have that much acreage. So like, there really can't be. You know,
so small, so small.
I
No
have
hate mail.
one tiny hat on ball. Yeah,
Okay,
that was
our
racist.
next one,
I don't know.
guys. Move on. We're the one about Japanese PP.
Yeah. All right. So second one. I we brought this up for the show. All right. So this is the snake one, Ben. You were wondering. So scientists capture a record 17-foot long python in Florida Everglades. Right.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, fucking holy shit here in a minute.
Jesus.
So this thing, they managed to catch a 17-foot long female Burmese python that weighed 140 pounds.
That's a dude.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's because later on down here, what website is this?
I'm trying to keep a straight face.
Yeah, yeah, Kiss FM, the iHeartRadio. Anyway, it says that after wrestling with the snake for 4 hours, they realized that it was attached to a black man. Who just happened to
That's why I was trying to keep it. I knew it was coming. I knew the joke was coming.
He just, just happened to have a Burmese python tattoo on his penis.
Like, yo, what you doing? I tell you guys, stop touching me.
I take a nap and this is what happens.
Oh shit.
How do you guys grabbing me down?
But no, they really did catch the snake. And the picture is insane.
Oh, I didn't see the picture of it.
Yeah, it's
have to
pretty
look at
it's pretty long. And they said that she had like she was carrying like 73 developing eggs.
Wow. Yeah.
Which
Oh,
means
Shit.
Oh my God.
73 more of those little bastards. I didn't even know they could carry that many eggs.
I knew a lot. I didn't think it was that
real.
many.
Like
Damn.
10 maybe.
I mean, I knew they laid several at a time, but not.
70.
Yeah, I'll post this. I'll post that
Although,
picture on the
I mean, it's
Facebook
14
page.
feet long, so
Yeah. 17 feet long.
17.
140 pounds.
I can't imagine that.
Basically
Damn,
like my
dude.
left
Does it
testicle.
mention how thick it is? I mean, these fucking heads can get pretty
Dude,
thick.
are you kidding me? After 2.5 hours, I'd be like, dude,
Yeah.
go on.
No,
your
it
way.
doesn't say. I mean, you'll see in the picture. Like
Okay.
she's pretty fat. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
yeah, she'd
fat.
have to be. I mean, shit.
Yeah. I get her
Yeah,
to
no.
crack my back. Squeeze on around me, girl.
across
Too tight. Too tight.
Oh, what's the next one?
I don't know. I thought you guys.
What about the guy with the cashier?
Yeah.
Did you have that in front of you?
No, I didn't have that one in
So
front of me.
you
'cause-
have my computer, so
Yeah,
he has all my notes.
So yeah, Ben brought that one up that I
New
thought was
Cumberland, PA. I guess it was like back in
course it was
February 2nd or something like that.
yeah.
It was this guy Bradley Bauer, 55. This is from Los Angeles, CBSlocal.com. Yeah. At a giant food store in Cumberland. And I guess the cashier crushed some of his chips, and the dude choked her.
Wow. Wow.
Like, yeah, man. I mean,
look,
it's like, all right, first of
Don't
all,
crush my Doritos, motherfucker.
yeah.
it's like, first of all, they taste just as good crushed.
I'll have to disagree with you there,
You
sir.
know what I mean?
I mean, they taste the same, but the fun isn't there.
Yeah, I mean, how are you gonna hold a little crumb? And go, you're gonna just
I know.
gobble it down like you're drinking.
like you do at the last, like with the last little bit.
Yeah, you don't do it the whole bag though. I mean, I'm
Like,
a choke a bitch too.
You can fucking smash my bread. You can even break a few eggs. But I swear to God, if you break one of my henna lime Tostitos, it is on.
But you're at the store. Why don't you just get another bag?
He could have. I guess he just he skipped.
He's like, choker, new bag.
I
don't feel like walking back.
this bitch.
this was like the last straw of his bad day.
You know what though?
Yeah, I guess so.
In his defense, maybe it was kind of like, this is what'll happen to the rest of you if you do the same thing. So he
a
was,
lesson.
he was just setting an example to the other bagger cashier combos. Or
Either
whatever.
way, man, you know, a little bit of self-control goes a long way, man.
You ain't, man. You ain't
Anytime I hear of something stupid that someone went to jail for, I immediately think of how you tell other prisoners, like, when you're there.
Why you're there for?
Yeah, when they're like, "Hey, man, what you in here
Fuck the
for?"
cash lady.
I choked the bag and bits.
You bad.
Yeah, stay away from that guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think of like dumb, like when it's
You'd
something
have to
stupid.
lie.
Yeah.
You'd have to lie, dude. I
Yeah.
shot someone.
He's like,
Yeah, like tax evasion.
there's like a separate like jail cell for like people who rip up the tags off the beds and because you going to the D block.
Yeah. Not D block. No.
No. Not with that guy. He rips tags off beds.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
And then we had another one. We had an
What, did you have anything else for crazy stories? I know there was one with the guy who got out of jail and he went right back because he stole a cop car in the parking lot.
Oh my god, dude, that guy. I mean, come on, man. You go outside and you start in the jail parking lot.
Yeah.
And you start checking doors.
That's I mean, it's technically public space.
Maybe he missed dinner. He's like, shit. I missed prison dinner. I gotta get back there.
But then the police come out and he says he's waiting for his ride. It's common sense ain't common no more, man.
No.
Amen.
You know, I mean, shit, I worked in a prison,
Right.
and I don't even want to do that again.
Right.
Let alone go there.
No.
Yeah.
Especially for that. You know, you literally
Literally just walked out the door.
minutes, and you just couldn't help yourself.
Yeah, it was that like same story we had a while ago about the guy Crook. And,
Crook, yeah.
He got out of jail like after being there for like a couple hours.
Yeah.
And he just went right back in a few hours later. Stupid ass.
I don't know. People.
All right, let's move on to our other news. We can talk about all the shootings that's been happening since.
Don't
Biden.
don't say the B word.
Beijing Biden over here.
Yeah.
I don't know the number. I've lost count already since January.
Dude, it's crazy.
It just seems like every day
And not-
there's something about
We're not just talking
shooting
about like
or a
mass
cop
shootings, mass and cop.
It's just
combined.
cop shootings, yeah.
They got publicity. Like I'm sure there's way more shootings than that, but like
Oh yeah, look at
Right.
Chicago's
in the media,
numbers.
Like I
it's
was
like
saying,
shooting,
like I
shooting,
was-
shooting.
Like I was saying, man, up in Rochester, dude, you hear it every single morning. Welcome, you know, so and so got shot last night. 2 people shot.
Oh my
Come
god.
on, man.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
to me, obviously, I'm sure we all agree that it's just so convenient for their agenda. And that's just trying to take our weapons away, but it's
Yeah.
never
Not
gonna
gonna
work.
happen.
It's
You
never
know,
gonna work. Ever.
This is the thing that people don't grasp. is that our Second Amendment was given to us in order to combat a tyrannical government.
Right. Right. So
It has nothing to do with anything else.
And that many people can
That
argue.
is the reason.
it has nothing to do with me killing my neighbor. It has nothing to do with
Nope. It
any of
doesn't
that.
even have to do with hunting.
Nope.
No, that's true. Yeah, that is very
It
true.
is. It is specifically there to fight against a tyrannical government.
Yeah.
Now, did you to bring up one of the most recent ones, at least the ones out of the video I've seen, and him and I talked about it, where I don't know, I forget, it was Ohio, I think it was Columbus or something, where the cop came and one woman came out and was threatening another one with a knife, and the cop killed the woman with the knife,
Yeah.
and everyone's still freaking out about it.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is, if he did not do that, they'd be pissed off him that he didn't do it.
Yeah,
So it's a lose-lose
well,
situation.
Yeah, they would say you're not doing your job.
Right.
Right.
So
They're screwed if they do.
And that was the
screwed if
one
they don't.
LeBron.
was it the one? I think it was.
Yeah, that's the one with LeBron. You're next.
You're
If I
next.
shut the
You're next.
LeBron, once again, we've covered this before on the show, but I fucking hate you. So,
Just bounce your basketball.
Shoot hoops, dude. Shoot
Jesus
hoops.
Christ.
oh my God. But we can talk about this real quick. We were talking about earlier, it was his son's birthday party, so we were all here all day. But the fact that Dak Prescott
Oh, yeah.
did not want to sign that contract for $34 million
So it's not enough.
because he said it's not enough for my family. And I quote, that's what he said.
How am I going to afford all my Lamborghinis?
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh my
what the?
God.
What do you got?
That's somebody living above their means.
Yeah, like
You
what do you
think?
got?
That's what that is.
600,000 people in your family?
Yeah, right?
You guys humping like
Whole
rabbits?
West Coast.
You feeding your whole city.
He's like,
with
I got
that.
great grandchildren. Like, Dak, you're
Right.
29.
Yeah, right. Do you even have kids at all?
Yeah, I hope not. He's fucking ugly. But
Oh my God. But what? 32?
yeah,
34.
no,
Yeah, it's 34.
yeah, 34 or
34?
something. I think it was 34
It's
million.
34.
Dude.
Yeah, he's like, I can't sign that. That's what Dallas offered him. And I hate Dallas. We hate Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, they're at least lucky to even get that.
Yeah.
He's like a 10 million, not even a 34.
Yeah, he's trash. Anyway,
Well,
back to what we were
in
talking
sports, but yeah, go ahead.
about. Sorry, but yeah, back to these shootings. It's just very convenient, I think, that and I actually saw on Facebook, one of my friends was like, oh, you know, they're doing all this while they're secretly trying to pass some major gun reform
Oh, yeah,
bills
I
that are
wouldn't put it past
coming
them.
soon, you know, and I'm like, well,
Oh,
I got to
yeah.
look into those because they're sneaky. They're sneaky.
They
And
do-
these
they
term
do.
limits got to be put in place. These fuckers
Okay,
got to
yeah.
I
go.
spent a lifetime in there.
Yeah.
From the top down.
Yes.
Okay. If we have term limits for the highest office, we should have term limits for the lowest office.
Right. Yeah. Preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I mean, I think mayors and governors do, but that's it. From my understanding, maybe every state's different, but I'm not sure. I know in Pennsylvania, the governors only have so many years. They're kind of like presidents; they only have like
Yeah.
8 years or something like that.
Yeah.
I have to look into that. Get back to you, people.
Yeah. And most of them are, I don't know.
Still though, man, that's how corruption sets in.
Yep.
Is when somebody has 30, 40, 50 years to just, you know, leech their way in.
Yeah. Line their pockets. Like, you know, when they did that very first stimulus and we were all freaking out about how many millions of dollars went to us and how many went to all these special interest groups.
Actually, hundreds
That's
of billions.
That's those special interest groups are the people that have their hands in politicians' pockets or like up their ass as a puppet. Like no, we need this money. Like, because if not, like whatever, you get it. But it's sad. It's sad. And you
No,
know,
but
and
then,
go ahead.
sorry, I was just gonna say, what was it? I think it was only like 6 or like between like 6 and 12% or something like that actually only went towards COVID relief.
Yeah.
The rest of that 1.9 trillion
Yeah.
went elsewhere.
Right.
And it definitely wasn't to border security.
No.
All right.
No.
It wasn't to education where it should have fucking been.
Right.
I just, and now they're trying to pass this new infrastructure bill, which has almost nothing to do with infrastructure.
Right.
infrastructure, their new houses. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Pour my
You know,
pool, bitch.
I need a new jacuzzi.
Yeah.
You know, answer me that. A salary of $175,000 over the course of even 10 years, and you are a millionaire.
Yeah, if you guys want to know what a high profile money laundering scheme is, that's it.
Yeah.
If you actually believe $10 million or $11 million is going to Pakistani gender studies, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
That's not where it's going, trust me.
You are boy. You are girl. That's the end of the study right there. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Here's 11 million. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, document that, send it to us.
Study for that.
11 million.
Yeah.
And speaking of distractions, we got I'm gonna say the name wrong. Chalvin?
Derek Chauvin.
Chauvin.
Chove.
He's a chove.
Yeah.
the verdict.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Let's go with you, Ben, first. Did you hear me, or did you?
You guys froze. Sorry.
We were saying, what do you think about the Derek Chauvin
verdict?
Verdict, yeah.
You know, I don't pretend to be a lawyer by any means. But how can somebody be found guilty of 3 counts of murder when there was only one victim? Or excuse me, what? Second, third murder and manslaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can they be found guilty of all 3 when there was only one victim?
Pure pressure.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I
Man.
mean,
Diggy, what's your
I
thought?
don't know the law.
Oh, never mind. Thought you were done. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Did he
go
freeze
for it.
again?
I don't know what he's doing.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
just thinking.
it keeps cutting.
Sorry.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Get a Band-Aid.
that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me. Not just that, but the powers that be could not allow anything but a guilty across the board. Otherwise, there would have been large scale freaking riots.
Yes.
Right. I mean, like I said, I think it's pure pressure. Even the one woman came out and said, like, "Oh, I didn't want people coming to my house and riot and burn my house down."
Right.
And I guarantee she wasn't
Right.
the only one. The problem is the judges didn't sequester them like they should have. So they're on social media and seeing what's going on. They're like, "Oh shit, man! If I say he's not guilty, then we're all screwed."
Right.
Right.
That's a shame that has to be that way.
Right.
I'm sorry.
But not just that, but then you have sorry, Diggs.
No, go ahead.
But
Go
then
ahead.
you have Maxine. Then you
Oh
have
my
Maxine
God.
Waters and
Oh,
Nancy
here we go.
Pelosi
That's another
out
one.
there
Yeah.
calling for more violence.
Right.
First, that's Maxine Water.
Right.
Second, Nancy Pelosi actually thanked George Floyd
I saw
for
that.
dying.
Dude, that
I mean,
boiled my blood. I'm like,
What
is she
the hell?
kidding me?
Hmm.
I mean, the guy definitely wasn't a saint.
she said
He
it's
overdosed on
thank
drugs.
Thank you for giving your life for the cause. Something like that.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
God. See, I've totally been unplugged from media. I will honestly say that. Ever since the election, I hit my precipice of giving a shit, and now I don't give a shit anymore. Even when the trial started, I know they were like, "Oh, it's all being streamed live on TV." I'm like, I'm not even watching it. I don't care.
Oh, I
like,
didn't.
I literally just go to work.
I watched the end.
Yeah, I go to work. I come home. I play with my kids. I play chess, maybe masturbate, and then I go to sleep and then
If I can
repeat.
get it in.
Yeah, and you know, and that's basically it.
Oh,
Like
just
anything
going on-
political.
I mean, just going on social media for 5 minutes, you're going to hear it and see it.
Yeah.
Regardless if you don't want to or not, it's there.
Right.
That's kind of how I found out. It's because I don't go seek it out. It's just there.
Right. Well, that's true. That's true, I guess. And honestly, like I kind of stepped away from Facebook, and I'm not on Twitter or anything like or Instagram.
I
but,
don't
like,
go on as much as I used to.
but
for
like,
sure.
I mean, if I'm on Facebook, you know, I'll see stuff, but I'm just like, I don't know what happened. I hit this maturity level where I'm just like, I'm not even commenting on that, or you're so dumb or
Yeah.
misinformed. I'm just like, I don't,
Yeah,
like, I'm so burnt out.
It's because it felt like a losing. That's another reason why we took a break from the show, because there's like almost a losing battle to the other side of like, how can you not see it? It's so obvious. It's just like we're
Right.
done. We're done with you.
Right.
You know.
Speaking of that, real quick, was it which state that started?
Arizona, New Hampshire.
Arizona and New Hampshire have started their official audit of the election results.
We're gonna keep an eye on that. Like we're not gonna give you a play-by-play, but we'll give. I'm sure you guys will hear about it anyway. But we'll keep an eye. I don't know if it's being on mainstream media or not, because I know I know for a fact that they're trying. The Democrats from this is what I want to bring up. They filed a lawsuit to stop it.
Right.
The judge stopped it, but he goes, okay, well, I need the $1 million to stop it, and they couldn't come up with the money, so they just it's going now this weekend.
Wow.
They're redoing
it. How can people not see? I mean, that right there. Why else would they want to stop it unless they had something to hide?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, be transparent. If Biden actually won and there's no fraud, let us find out, and then we'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be like, well, I'm a psychopath.
Because I said, like, I was like, if he truly won and there's no fraud, I'll accept it. I'll hate it,
right?
But I'll accept it.
But
I'm not a child.
I just can't, dude. From a sheer energy standpoint of that election, there's no fucking way.
It drained me.
There's no fucking way that dude won.
There's no way absolutely.
There's no way in hell, man. Dude. Like.
If you've been living on Mars, you'd be like, "Oh, maybe he did," but no,
there's
no
way.
way.
When there's a
Mars clap.
When there's like a margin of like 1%, it's an automatic recount, anyways.
Yeah.
And then what is this crap about the Major League Baseball boycotting friggin' Georgia for actually doing something to fix their voting laws?
Yeah.
I don't quite get that. It's kind of good. One of our segments we're talking about cancel culture.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
But it's kind of part of it.
But anyway, getting back to, because we got off track, Derek Chauvin. I didn't watch any of it. And honestly, I didn't even care either way, guilty or not guilty. I mean,
they rioted anyway.
They
rioted anyway.
Yeah, I mean, from a historical standpoint, you look at high profile cases like that, and not just a cop. I mean, Casey Anthony, stuff like that. And you're like, George Zimmerman.
That rings a bell, but I can't remember what
the guy who killed Trayvon Martin.
Okay.
Historically, you're like, well, they're just it's not guilty.
Right.
I mean, that's just the way it is. So kind of in my mind, I'm like, he's probably not going to be found guilty.
I thought he wasn't either.
And even if he did, I'm like, it's not going to change anything. But I did tell myself this: if they came back and said not guilty, Minneapolis was going to be decimated. Yes. I mean, completely.
I mean, they're still rioted anyway, but I think it would be worse.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why,
in my opinion.
And I don't care who you are, that jury could not come up with
I don't know what that word means. I have to look that up.
Could you spell that?
Is that as being with a U or G?
But even if the jury felt that he was not guilty, there's no way that they could have actually expressed that,
right?
Because of, and again, we'll get into this a little bit later, the tactics of Antifa and BLM.
Right.
I mean, they would get physically attacked for it.
That's kind of what we're saying.
But you know what? From a different standpoint, from a little shooting from the hip, from a different angle, I watched a great video of a guy. You guys might have seen it. It was a black guy on BBC, Big Black Cocks, and damn it, I tried to keep it together, but I couldn't. No, BBC, the British Broadcasting Corp or whatever.
Sounds more right.
But this guy was black, and he was saying that basically Derek Chauvin didn't receive a free trial because they had already settled with his family before the trial even started, and everyone knew that.
Right.
And he was giving all these points as a black person as to why it's probably going to be appealed and overturned.
It will.
And it's going to be appealed anyways because of Maxine Waters calling for more violence.
Yeah. So
that's grounds right there.
A lot of black people are like, finally, but this is nowhere near over. And ultimately,
no.
I think maybe this just bought them some time from a strategic standpoint. Like, all right, we'll give him guilty just to shut people the fuck up.
And I think that's what his lawyer was telling him.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not over.
And then get the National Guard in there.
Yeah.
Right.
And then go ahead and smack him with the not
I
guilty.
think as things get more, as numbers come out in Arizona with the audit, I think it's kind of, I think that's a distraction from this audit.
Right.
I think people are going to be focused on that.
Right.
But don't be surprised when they come out and go, Trump actually won, and then you're going to see more and more states do the same thing, and that's when shit's really going to hit the fan. And that's what everyone's worried about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm worried about it,
But to me, my final thought on it is like, I just don't give a shit. I don't care. Like,
No.
I feel bad for the guy, obviously.
Absolutely.
I feel bad that he lost his life. But then, kind of hearing some of the evidence, the dude was high as shit.
Well, yeah, they were saying that he could have been
he
at home
resisted
singing,
arrest.
and the car ride home, he would have died anyway.
The whole thing stinks. The whole thing should have never
Bad
happened.
situation.
But at the same time, like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
As a black man, I just don't give a shit anymore. No. I just don't. I can't waste my, because I feel like every time some high profile bullshit like this happens, they try to pit black versus white. It's constant.
absolutely.
Or
It is
black versus
constant.
the cops, and
Yeah.
it's not always the case.
Or it's just like One Love, man. Bob Marley.
Yeah,
God damn. Everybody just hug and
dude. We all believe
double
rap,
Dutch
man.
rudder or whatever each other. I don't know. Whatever we got to do as a
Double
society
Dutch rudder.
to get back to.
I love that movie.
I don't know how to even comment on that.
I saw. Man, I wish I knew the whole interview because I was speaking of Bob Marley, but the guy was like, the guy asked him in an interview, like, he's like, how much money do you think like you made? Like, you're rich or something along this. Someone watching this is gonna be like, I know exactly what he's talking about. And he's like, am I rich? He does like his Bob Marley. Am I rich? You think money make you rich? And the guy's like, yeah, he's like, money don't make you rich. Like, blah,
Family.
And so like he kept going, and I'm like, I just hate that people that had that much power, like that were so in tune with life, were taken too early,
Yeah.
because God only
I
knows
agree.
what that man
Dude.
could have
Absolutely.
accomplished.
Yeah.
He would have. I have a feeling he would have been. I mean, as a musician, he is already in the upper tier.
Oh, for
But
sure.
Just as a person, as a collaborator with society, I think he could have done amazing things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Add him to the list, man. But anyway, I don't want to go down that path. One love,
Hey, great music. too.
one high.
And the last thing we're going to talk about news wise is just going to touch on it briefly, the border crisis. I think probably all three of us don't really care as much as probably people in Texas and Arizona, because it's not really
Right.
affecting us that much. We don't
Right.
see it. We only see what's being reported and people saying it's a crisis, which
Which I don't
Not
believe.
yet. Not till they
Yeah.
start friggin' shipping them up here.
yeah, I mean, I think they were trying to. A lot of states are like denying the government, saying no, we don't want them up here. Get at, no.
Oh, these
I
like
know New York-
refugees.
Yeah, refugees from wherever.
I know New York is a sanctuary state.
I think Pennsylvania, they were trying to ship them out like Western Pennsylvania. I heard that somewhere, but
Well, they can stay out there. Fuck Western
yeah,
Pennsylvania.
you ain't nothing out there anyway. Have
Quaker
fun.
Town.
Have fun with that.
But this is what kills me. Okay, over the last year, they have been shoving this COVID shit down our throat
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me
every
started, man.
day,
Yeah.
every day, and they are coming out saying that not all of them are being tested. Like 1 in 10 are COVID positive. They have them freaking crammed in these little tiny areas,
Yeah.
and they're just shipping them all around the freaking country. It's like, if you're so worried about it, why are you doing this?
Right.
Well, the only only crisis that I see and I keep hearing is the children trafficking, which I think is a problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the only problem I see. I mean, that to me is a
Crime.
crisis, I guess, but it's still a problem.
Crime across the board has skyrocketed in the southern states.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or all the border states.
Like Texas,
Yeah.
Arizona.
Mm.
They're talking like
California, I guess, too.
600%. I mean, some
Jesus.
crazy freaking number. And it's just like, you know, not just that. We already had money appropriated for the wall.
Yeah, I think they said they were going to finish it or at least patch it or what. I can't remember which.
Yeah,
or both.
Yeah, I believe it
because the money was already allocated towards it.
I believe that's when me shit turns purple and smells like rainbow sherbet.
I guess we'll see. But you know, we don't want to get too much into that. I mean, we'll maybe just touch it. If anything else changes, we'll talk about it. But you know, since of what Diggy was saying about not giving a crap about stuff, we're gonna still talk about the news and stuff like that, but we're not gonna get heavy like we did in the first 12 episodes where we spent like half an episode talking politics. Like I said, we'll bring it up.
Yeah.
But we want to try to focus on more fun stuff that we actually like, fun topics. Stuff that we can make you guys laugh and make each other laugh.
Yeah.
Do more fun stuff. That's what we're going to try to do because
I don't want a serious show.
I miss laughing.
Yeah,
like,
I want to be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean that's. I think there's just too much seriousness right now, and things are going to get worse before they get better. Hate to say that, but
yeah.
So, and let's at least try to bring a smile to everyone's faces and ourselves, and have fun doing it. So, and it was just we're sorry for we're kind of discombobulated. We're just trying to get back into the flow.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard when you took two months off. And we're going to move on to our next subject. We can kind of make fun of this a little bit. Cancel culture. Now, I want to start off.
Yeah, please.
Okay. They canceled my favorite syrup, Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
So before anyone says anything else, okay, so a couple black people or liberals, whoever, just went in the store and go, you know what? That racist bitch. They need to change that name. I'm tired of seeing it. Like
no, it was the depiction.
Yeah.
You mean like the picture of
like what
the
she
bottle
was wearing and that kind of timeline.
But that's the era what they wore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like this is gonna sound bad. It's not like she was like in like shackles or anything like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how's it racist?
Hold on, child. I take care of children. Like, I don't know shit like that. I was fucking syrup for Christ's sake.
Syrup.
Not just that. Not just that, but wasn't she a free
delicious
slave
syrup
who like actually started that business?
I can't touch on that. I didn't really.
I have in my notes, but someone has my computer. I think it's been around for 130 to 150 years.
Yeah.
So now they decided to change the name after they couldn't have done it like 20 to 50 years ago.
How many gallons of that sweet deliciousness do you think white people have guzzled down in the 100 and some odd years?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't need tons. I don't know, man.
An oil tanker full,
right?
Probably.
It's unmeasurable.
But apparently,
somebody got
what?
Because somebody got butt hurt because of it.
You know what
I mean, look, if you want to be offended, you will always find a reason to be offended. Period.
Yeah, pretty much. But the crazy part is, if you were to poll everyone in America, I guarantee it's less than 1% that actually care about the name of the freaking syrup.
Right.
So you're talking about like a handful of people, like maybe like the leader of Black Lives Matter is like, you know, we need to change this because it's racist. And everyone's like, yeah, she's right. Like,
we are pandering to
the left.
Well, it's not even to the left, but we are pandering to a very small group considering.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the left. It's the left. They're very small.
Yeah. I mean,
honestly.
I've been a part of this because my team is the Washington Redskins. And yeah, they're the Washington Redskins. I don't give a fuck.
No, it's the Washington.
I don't care.
They're gonna make that permanent.
But yeah, but that started with like me personally before all this mainstream media shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah, dude, I think I mentioned that to you before. Like, they actually interviewed some American Indians. They're like, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah,
that's not even offensive.
And some are like, fuck yeah, I love it.
Yeah, like maybe a couple are like, oh, finally, you know, like, hoy. I don't know. That's racist.
Yeah,
right there.
That is really racist.
Sorry, no hate mail.
But to me, you know, I'm like, okay, so then you got Blackhawks in hockey. You got like, and I'm like, oh, so where does it end?
That's the name of the tribe. It's not like calling someone like, you know, a yellow person for you know, like a Chinese. It's not the same.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, okay?
Yeah.
Is that once you allow them to start, they will go on forever, and they will always find something that is offensive.
Right. And like
always.
They got the most harmless looking guy of Rice, Uncle freaking Ben.
Uncle Ben.
How are you gonna cancel that man? He had a big smile on his face.
Yeah.
Like, eat my rice. I'm like, it looks fucking delicious. It looks delicious. Like, it's good.
You know what, Ben? I will eat your rice.
I will eat your rice, and I will enjoy it.
Yeah. Off this hooker's breast. But
right.
I've never done that.
Okay, so I have a few more, but go ahead, Ben. What you said you had a few of other cancel cultures of people, and
J.K. Rowling.
The Harry Potter writer.
Yeah, they tried canceling her because of a comment she made about a transgender woman.
Right.
Basically, she said something along the lines of that transgender women are going to endanger real women's rights.
Oh my God.
And I mean, dude, like they got in a huge huff about it. And
that sounds similar to, I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, because I don't have my notes in front of me. The girl, she played on I haven't watched the show yet. The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
The girl.
Yes.
They canceled her because she said something about Israel, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I read it. I'm like, how is this racist? I don't quite get it.
It's
exactly.
Am I like blind to that, or am I just too smart? No. I don't know. Or am I too dumb? I don't know.
One that you guys are gonna say, well, yeah, no shit, is Tucker Carlson.
Wait, they didn't cancel him.
They're damn well trying.
Oh, they've been trying.
Trying and doing are two different things, sir.
He's in their crosshair. No, there was a time when he was getting threatened at home. No.
You just got fact checked.
Yeah.
But there was a time when he was getting threats at home.
That's
People
true.
were calling him. They were calling his work. All this other stuff, So I mean, I consider that a victim of,
and that's a double standard. Like, if you can spew bullshit on your network, even if he was spewing bullshit, I can spew bullshit on my network. Like, I don't understand. Like,
yeah,
exactly. If you're wrong, if one of them has to be wrong, basically. So you leave it up to us to decide, and that's what we do.
Oh, and and I don't understand this one. I mean, I actually don't understand any of them, but they canceled that dog. Actually, the show, Paw Patrol.
Right.
They canceled the dog because it was a cop themed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chase.
Yeah.
For all you people who have kids, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Chase.
The
Chase
dogs
is on the case.
Right. If you don't know the show, it's basically these little dogs, and they have like these trucks, and all they do is like these little missions. They go save a chicken in a tree. They don't do anything offensive, but these liberals are like, oh, he's a cop. He's racist. We need to cancel him.
I've never sneezed 5 times in my life.
I know. I was trying to keep going while I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's going to
5
stop
times.
sneezing. Like, I can't continue the show. He's just sneezing.
That's all that cocaine.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, but you know what? And maybe I'm wrong, so maybe you can fact check me, but this cancel culture bullshit did not start until Biatch was in office.
Which one?
You know who. It really didn't start. Wait. When Trump was in office.
With the O?
2019-ish. It started like 2019-ish, I think.
Was Aunt Jemima like in the Trump era?
Yeah, it was recently. It was last year.
Okay, so then
all this stuff.
I'm wrong then.
All this stuff I'm talking about is all in 2020.
Yeah, it was all wishful.
I mean, there was other things canceled from 2017 to
right.
But I'm just going off of what happened this past year, and it seemed like there's a lot more this year than previous years. I could be wrong. I'm gonna fact check myself.
You just got fact checked.
They say as early as 2014.
Okay.
But it really started.
It really ramped up.
Yeah.
In like 2018, 2019.
I think it's more or less like, oh shit, they bought it. What else can we?
Yeah. What else can we do?
What else can we cancel?
Oh, and
Mr. Potato Head, are you freaking?
Oh right, I forgot about him.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it until you said that.
He's not Mr. anymore.
A fucking plastic potato offends you.
He's not a male anymore.
That nobody even really plays with anymore. When's the fucking last time you saw Mr. Potato Head in a child's hand?
What about our?
I don't know. Can't answer that
my
question.
Kids got one, but
Yeah, but they were probably grandfathered into.
right. But
Well,
then what about?
It wasn't really
sorry.
canceled. It was just changed.
Granted, yes, but
Like they call it Potato Head instead of Mr. Potato Head.
it's still a
bunch of
victim
fucking-
of that culture.
Yeah, right. It still lines in what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like Dr. Seuss.
I was
just
just about to
about to
say
say
that.
that too.
All three of us have the same mindset.
I'm like,
Show
Green eggs and ham. I guess it's racist.
Show me one
Jesus Christ.
person, maybe not worldwide, but definitely nationwide, who was not read Dr. Seuss at one point in their life.
right.
Can please someone explain to me out there? Please email us something. Call us. What is racist about Dr. Seuss?
Yeah.
If anything, it's diverse.
Put it in the comments
Nah.
below.
Please.
They say it was his depictions of
Like it was
people
like
from other countries.
undertones of
What?
racism or some
Yeah.
shit. I'm like, what?
Right. Dude,
It's
look at
like
the
you're
shit
searching
Disney was
for
putting
it.
out.
I spent so much time trying to focus on the bullshit way that he wrote his stories,
Right.
just so I could read them in order to I'm not gonna pick up on one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. I'm like, oh god, I gotta keep up. I gotta keep up.
But
I
it's
don't
like,
get it, man.
they did a couple Disney characters as well. But look at the shit
Oh yeah,
Disney
Pepe Le
was-
Pew.
Look
Canceled.
at the shit that
Oh,
Disney
yeah.
was putting out in like the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
Oh my god, it was so racist.
It was
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew and
Hitler, Donald Duck.
the Speedy
Yeah.
Gonzalez, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say about Pepe Le Pew, they said he had rapish tones.
True.
I'll give him that. I will give you that, liberals. That he
give
was trying to rape some cats. I mean, he was a little like, yeah, baby, and the cat's trying to run away. He's grabbing it. That's a little.
Yeah, I can see that.
No means no, Pepe.
But
I understand that.
But now I will
I
say
get
this.
that one.
I will say this. And so, once again, 105.7 The X, I listen to Nipsey. Nipsey had a good point, and he said even as a child when he watched Pepe Le Pew, he knew what the cat was doing wrong.
Right.
It was wrong. Like, look, you should just let her go. But he was like, it was just really pervy. Like, it was just. So he's like, even as a child, you just accepted like.
It's okay to be pervy.
I'm
just kidding.
No, I wasn't saying like he's just being like he's saying even as a child you knew like, all right, stay the fuck away from that guy because he's a little like
Creepy.
he's a little creep, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
gotcha.
yeah.
But I'm trying to put myself in the shoes. I mean, that to me is more understandable than anything else they've done.
Right.
Right.
I get it.
But
Like they actually have some credibility there.
Right.
But I don't get Elmer Fudd losing his shotgun.
no.
No.
It's
Or
because it's a
Yosemite
gun.
Sam. What do you think? Squirt guns? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our guns too.
I'm just
You know,
like you
but-
look at I'm sorry, man. I'm just like you look at us, we grew up watching that stuff.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw somebody in our era or our generation or but let's say between 80 and 90 go do a mass shooting or do a bunch of crazy shit that grew up watching the same cartoons? Like they're either much older
Yeah,
or much younger.
that's true.
There's a few here and there, but granted,
Yeah. I'm sure there's some exceptions, but like we grew up watching really violent,
it's
Roadrunner, Coyote, fucking just
right.
Yeah.
really violent stuff. And like,
Yeah.
I laugh. I'm like,
I mean, you got
prime.
a roadrunner, a bird, and a coyote chasing each other and blowing each other up and
Yeah.
throwing each other off the cliffs. And
yeah.
I mean,
I
that
will
was
say-
mild stuff.
I really wanted that black Acme thing that you could just throw down and like,
Right.
Like a
I
pothole.
wanted those to be real. Like, I just like, dude,
I gotta get one.
throw
of those.
that bitch anywhere and just whoo, right through the wall. Like, that'd be so dope.
Well,
Prime example though is look at It, the original,
Yeah.
and It now.
Right.
Okay.
Are you talking about the movie?
Movies, the
Oh.
video games, everything that's coming out now is 10 times more violent
True.
and gory than the shit we grew up with.
That is a good
That's
point.
true.
That
You
is
know,
a
look
good
at,
point.
Look at Goonies, okay?
Yeah.
Compared to any of the Marvel movies.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're decent movies or whatever, but and then we ask ourselves why people are doing this,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, kind of getting off our topic, and it's a little different. But
Yeah,
I get. I mean, it's not really cancel culture, but and we can bring that something up about violence and TV and movies and music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else on cancel culture, guys?
No.
Yeah, Eskimo pies.
Just
wait, whoa, hold on a second. Stop the show. They cancel Eskimo pies?
The name, yeah.
Oh, what do they change it to? What do they change it to?
Pacific
I don't
North
know.
Islander pies.
Really?
No,
You're just making it up.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forget, that's what brought us up. They changed the name to the it's no longer Jeep Cherokee. Or Jeep Cherokee. It's called something else.
Oh my God.
Like saying what's called wagon. I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know. Like I said, my notes are somewhere else.
I don't know where. Moving on.
Oh my God.
Anyway, hey, timestamp. We're 50 minutes.
Okay, I mean,
I just thought it's great. I don't think we've been talking.
it didn't feel like 50 minutes.
50
That's what I'm saying. Like an hour goes by like that, and
Yeah.
and we were kind of ill prepared.
It's all Ben's fault.
Yeah,
Dick.
it was just kind of like a little comeback. I mean, we were going to talk about Antifa and brown shirts, but I kind of didn't do my homework.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was making.
I've got
chocolate
some
banana
some
muffins.
talking points.
I mean, you can bring it up, and we can just give our opinions because I know.
Yeah.
All right. First, everybody knows about Hitler and all this other shit. One thing that they may not necessarily know is he actually had basically a group of people, primarily vets and stuff like this from World War One, called something in German, but people mainly know them as brown shirts.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that I found interesting was that although they may not have done things exactly the same, they line up relatively close with what Antifa is doing right now. With the threats of violence, they have absolutely no problem using violence to get what they want or to push their agenda a certain way.
Right.
Okay. They organized street protests. They organized riots, smashing windows, blocking traffic, setting fires. Does this sound familiar, folks?
Sure does.
It sounds like a night back in the military.
Good times, man.
Like down at Myrtle
Diggs had
Beach
too
or
many
something.
whiskey sours again.
But
Shut
not just
up.
that. Not just that, but they also boycotted Jewish businesses. And another thing I hope people are being taught in school is Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass, where they went around and they smashed over 7,500 Jewish stores and synagogues. Okay.
I've never heard of that.
Me neither. It's the first I'm hearing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass.
I've heard of
I've heard of Black Friday where that usually happens.
Yeah,
but-
like, people get some TVs. Like, it's my TV, bitch.
Round nigga.
But what people they can't seem to grasp this is Hitler did the exact same thing that the Democrat Party are trying to do to us right now. Okay, he confiscated all the guns from private citizens. Joseph Goebbels pioneered a new way of spreading false information, fake news. Okay. Hitler eradicated any remnants of moral religious restraint, meaning, you couldn't go to church,
Yeah. Which is
And-
what they're doing.
Exactly,
Yep.
man. Dude, it's just, as I was researching this,
It's almost
It's-
textbook. Like a
I mean,
playbook.
Yeah.
yeah,
Play
it's
by
a
play.
mirrored image,
Communist playbook.
banning anything that didn't fit their narrative. Okay.
That would never happen.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Those who do not know history are doomed to repeat it.
Exactly.
That kind of goes back to the cancel culture. That I should have thought of that. They're them taking down the statues.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's one of the biggest ones. I should have thought of that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Lincoln, Washington, all the founding fathers, because they participated
And they're
in
celebrating
slavery.
it. I'm trying to get peas on my. In case you're,
There was a 2-inch statue that they did.
for some reason, we've been in 13 episodes, and almost everyone, his junk comes up.
Yeah,
somehow.
it's really weird.
It's like I don't know why or how it happens, but
I'm gonna keep it going.
just one day, I like not to talk about his junk.
Anyway,
Are we done? We got anything else?
oh,
I just people need to start realizing this, man. Do your research and figure this out for your damn self.
yeah.
What's the thing? If they can't figure it out and they don't see a problem, they're not going to do any research.
Yeah. I will say this though. Ever since
In my opinion.
Biden was inaugurated, I haven't seen much about Black Lives Matter. I haven't seen much about Antifa. I kind of haven't seen much about anything. Like,
It
Well,
depends on what you watch. On OAN,
yeah, they're kind of everywhere.
yeah.
I mean, there's not a big pockets of them. They're just like all over, spread out.
Mm.
They weren't like they were last summer, but that all can change
I was gonna say,
once
not
the
yet.
election stuff comes out. And that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. So
That's true.
So around, just people keep your eye out around mid-May, end of May, where the results will come out. I'm not sure what's going to happen, how it's going to be rectified, because Flynn's out there saying, yeah, the results will be reversed. How?
Yeah.
The judicial system is corrupt. The only way is going to be the military. The only thing that they can do is the military is the only one that has the power to do it. So we'll see. I don't have any hopes. That kind of crushed that.
But that also, I'm glad you brought that up, because that tied into, we've all been in the military, obviously. Ben, and you remember this, and I think we even put this in group chat or whatever, or maybe you've even posted.
It's possible.
But, in every battalion building, in every company building, you always had picture of the chain of command, all the way up to the big guy,
president to your first sergeant.
all the way down.
Yeah.
So you could see their freaking beautiful faces, in case you ever saw them.
They're ugly.
And we saw numerous pictures online
About 6 of
of
them.
battalions,
Yep.
brigades and stuff,
Post offices.
post offices where they had the pictures.
DOJ offices.
Yeah, of the entire rank up until the president, no picture.
Of resident Biden. Not
Yeah.
president. I didn't stutter.
President Biden. And I just thought that was,
It's very interesting.
it's. I don't put it past someone to just take the picture out and take the picture. Like,
maybe next episode I will give you 10 reasons why I think he's not a legitimate president.
yeah.
And it has to do with his inauguration. Another thing that's happened over the last few months, maybe I'll bring that up.
Yeah.
Well, shit,
Because
the
I could
Capitol
go
is
all
on
day with that.
lockdown. The Capitol's been on lockdown since inauguration.
Yeah, that'll go on to nicely. We'll talk about it offline during the
Yeah.
week, and we can kind of talk if you guys want to. I mean, if you don't,
Yeah.
that's fine. But like I said, I don't want to get too heavy into politics anymore. But I do and I don't. Like I do because it's going to affect us. It's going to affect us. It is. It's going to. There's no choice.
Right.
It's like we can't hide from it. But I don't want to get like so into it like before. Like you would get. We all of us got emotionally attached to it. And we're like, this is how it's going to be, and then we just
Say it.
So, but that's all I got. So we're gonna finish off with our final segment. Was our final thoughts. Ben, we'll start off with you.
Any shooting is a tragedy.
Mm.
Okay, plain and simple.
I
Yeah.
agree.
But again, man, I don't always agree with what the police do. But you have to at least show some restraint, some respect, some self-control in order to have a positive outcome when you are interacting with the police. And it doesn't matter what color you are, okay?
Right.
No. Yeah.
I've gotten harassed plenty of times. But the key is to not give them a reason. Okay. They are stressed like to the max all the time.
Right.
Because they don't know where the next bullet is coming from. It could come from a traffic stop. It could come, from wherever. And so they are always on alert. I mean, I know you guys know it. When you're in that situation, you are always on high alert. I mean, we used to walk around, safety off, one in the chamber.
Well, that's why when I got out, I was just constantly on the edge and have anxiety attacks because you just can't shut that off. Right. It took me a couple of years ago for me to just finally get over anxiety attacks. Still get them every now and then, but But when I first got out, I couldn't be in large crowds. My back was always against the wall.
Mm-hmm. Counting exits.
Yeah. Some training just doesn't go away. You're always towards like the back and by a window.
I'm like, all right, if someone starts shooting right now,
you're already planning your escape.
Where's the closest fat man?
So who can I use as a human shield? Okay, was that? I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt your final thought. I just had to make that.
No,
comment.
you're good. It's just, even when I start getting anxious, and I'm in a large crowd, I watch people's hands because, when you were doing patrols and stuff, they'd either throw rocks or they'd throw grenades.
Yeah.
and it's like,
it's
just one of those things that you're taught.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, Diggs, so we'll move on to you.
As always, the suicide prevention hotline is 800-273-8255.
Up there.
We're losing vets, obviously. I'll cover this every week, but we're losing vets to suicide.
It hasn't changed,
Side note, I did an appeal over a recent judgment on whether I should get like 100% disability or not. Actually, I don't even know. My lawyer's just shooting for something higher than what I get. And so I went and did the physical, whatever. It was denied. So I had to get a lawyer involved that's all he does is specializes in this. Because like when I first got my disability, I was like, fine in my book. Now I take medication for, anxiety,
Right.
and then like some other crap, but, like blood pressure. I don't know.
Yep. Same here.
Maybe a little chunky doesn't help, but then like I'm constantly on edge. Like and it's crazy because to myself, I feel completely zen. But like, if you check my blood pressure, it's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel fine.
I'm fine, man. Somebody else looking in, type of thing.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I had a docket number. When you go on the VA.gov website, it shows you where your case is on this docket, right? So there was 100 and I want to say like 26,000 vets on this docket.
Wow.
And 3 months ago, I was like 111,000.
Jeez.
So they have this bracket. This is the front of the line. They even have an arrow that says front of the line. And they're like, this is you, Diggs. Like, you're back here. So just for shits and giggles, last night, I logged in again to see like how many judges had made, final, calls on people in front of me to see how many places I'd moved up in 3 months. And I've moved up basically 10,000 slots. So there's still like 105,000 people in front of me.
Jesus.
And so my whole point is I can see how you lose hope. And you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I guess, but I have a great support system. I have these guys. I have my family. And if you need a great support system, find it, because there are other groups of veterans out there in cities that just by talking about things, because we're like internal beings, I guess, we keep a lot of things to ourselves, personal experiences that we had. Sometimes you just got to let it out and maybe, just share it with someone.
Yeah. I mean, there's I join any kind of veterans like chat group. I join it just because I like to hear those stories.
And the humor is dark.
Yeah. If you're not a part of like any kind of veterans group on Facebook or any, just join it. And like people talk about their problems all the time and they help each other out, which is great. Or if you guys want to, if you maybe contact us. I mean, maybe these guys and myself can, talk you through something. At least make you laugh at anything, if anything.
Yeah.
But that's a great point, Lee, because me personally, I don't like groups. I don't like to do the group thing. But
Gotcha.
I would think if I was in a chat room, it would be a little bit easier.
Yeah, because you don't have to really face to face. Some people are really shy, or they don't want to. If you seem like they're weak, you know how military guys are. We're very proud people. And we don't want to show weakness.
I'm usually naked too.
Yeah,
when I'm not here.
I caught him once. All right, guys. So for my final thought, if you liberals cancel my Lucky Charms, it's over for you. I'm going commando on your asses. It's you're done.
I guess.
Leave the charms alone.
Mess with my goddamn marshmallows.
Little midget. little
they
midget.
Could. A little Irish
leprechaun running around, chasing kids, or being chased by kids. That's probably even worse.
Right. All right, guys. That's going to be our show. Next week, like I said, we weren't really prepared fully. We apologize. I'll post on our Facebook fan page. Oh, by the way, we're probably going to get canned from YouTube, so we're going to go on Rumble. I'm going to post it on Jesus Christ, Facebook, so you can see the link. So we're probably going to be on there because they don't censor over there.
No,
at least shortly.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about anything conservative, they nuke you. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for us, and we'll see you next time on episode 14. All right, have a good day or night.
Suck it.
We're 10-7. God, we sucked this one.
Yeah, I was doing cunnilingus. I think I already said that before. Did I? I said the cunnilingus thing? Maybe I was Condoleezza Ricing it. All right.